I want to turn to the FISA firestorm on Capitol Hill. Meanwhile, the House Intelligence Committee has voted unanimously to release a classified memo written by the Democrats as a rebuttal to the document compiled by Republican Chairman Devin Nunes, which, of course, alleges abuses at the top of the FBI in its surveillance of Carter Page.
This is what the FBI used to corroborate the dossier, which is very, very dangerous, to take political dirt that was paid for by the Hillary campaign and use it against your political opponents, have the FBI use it and open up an investigation.
Anyone who had any connection or had ever done any work, positive or otherwise, in Russia was constantly sort of the #1 target for attack. So it was became a liability pretty quick.
You have a court that virtually no one knows anything about, just haphazardly granting full surveillance of American citizens, in this case the duly elected future president of the United States, based on shady information paid for by the opposition party's candidate in that presidential race.
Yeah, a lot was said last night in those interviews on Hannity. Devin Nunes also stated last night that he is in the middle of an active investigation looking into the State Department. Joining us right now is CRTV.com host Allie Stuckey. Allie, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining the conversation here. What do you expect to hear from this new Democratic memo? Let's start there.
Yeah, well, first of all, I am glad that they're releasing a memo, especially after the absolute meltdown that Adam Schiff and the Democrats have had over the past couple of weeks. I mean, I've never seen a party and their cronies in the media push back so hard against transparency. So I'm glad that they're releasing a memo. I do think that we might see them address some actually legitimate concerns that people have about the Republican memo, like was there more information about Carter Page that justified obtaining a FISA memo? And does that actually mean that the FISA courts, the FBI, the DOJ were actually partisan and biased against President Trump, trying to get him from becoming president? So I think that they will address that allegation from the Republicans, but I also think that we're going to see some partisan subjectivity from the Democrats. They're going to try to cast this as the Republicans trying to distract from what the Democrats consider to be a very legitimate Russian investigation. So we're going to see some rebuttal of the actual facts, but we're also just going to see some more political posturing.
Well, we could see some rebuttal, Kevin Kelly, but the truth is when you consider the FISA court, this is a court where it doesn't hear both sides. It hears the evidence, and so it needs all the evidence in order to, make the proper decisions here, and it wasn't getting it. I mean, they didn't. The FBI did not tell the FISA court that this dossier was paid for by Hillary Clinton's campaign, and they renewed it 3 additional times. So for 4 times, they used the same information. There was no other information used to actually. I mean, it was largely based on the dossier.
Right, and they were even using a Yahoo article.
Which was also based on the dossier.
Exactly. The problem that we're having is that there's no transparency when it comes to FISA court, what the evidence they're looking at, and it goes back to the stomping on our Fourth Amendment rights, too. So, I mean, the situation we're having is that you've had even the head of the DNI, right, James Clapper, lied under oath talking about spying on American citizens. Then we start having this. The question is becoming, when will this end? When will there be accountability for these actions? We're going to be seeing memos come out, but what's going to come of it?
Well, I think it's interesting that they're now actively investigating the State Department, and obviously this is Hillary Clinton's State Department. You got to wonder what comes out next, Dagan, because I know that there are more texts to be coming out.
And I'll also point to the Judiciary Chairman in the Senate, Chuck Grassley, releasing, it was an unclassified version of his recent letter to the Justice Department. He's urging a criminal investigation into Christopher Steele, the British spy who put together this dossier with basically Democrat and Clinton money. But there is in that, there are more problems with what wasn't disclosed to the FISA court. The fact that Steele was talking to the press in late summer, early fall of 2016. But Steele acknowledges, according to the Grassley memo, his company received a report from the U.S. State Department. And then some of this is redacted, and that the report, the second in a series, was information came from a foreign subsource who is in touch with, redacted, a contact and friend of the Clintons. So, again, where was the information coming from and what was told to the FISA court? The Democrats are pushing back on that. But this is a real, hopefully this entire letter is released.
A lot of omissions. A lot of omissions to the FISA court.
Absolutely.
That's the bottom line. Allie, real quick, final word from you.
Yeah, well, I think what the American people want and what we deserve at this point is transparency. I think we're a little bit tired of reading the memos and the competing narratives coming from both sides of the aisle.
Yeah.
I think that we need to see the underlying information declassified, as well as the FISA warrant, and as well as the letter. More information, the better.
Well, I think people also want to see some accountability here. We know what has taken place. Allie, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Allie Stuckey there.